Hi, welcome to Core Wellness Pilates Mat. My name is Joy L. Weaver, and we are doing the intermediate workout from my teacher training. So we'll get started right away. Let's start by first doing some breathing. So you can do this with your legs crossed. You can do it with your feet planted, hip distance apart, hands on your shins. Okay, but find a comfortable seated position. And don't worry about your posture so much right now. I just want you to breathe in through your nose. You can close your eyes if you want. And then on your exhale, blow out. And just feel. And exhale. One more time, even if you want to put your hands around your ribs to feel your breath expand, go ahead and breathe in. And on your exhale, hug in your waist. I want you to come into a hands and knees position. Right, spread your fingers and knees hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, you're going to curl into a cat stretch. So you're going to start with your tail, go slowly, just drop the tail, then start to round up through your middle back, and then let your head drop. Breathe in. Exhale, lengthen out. Tail, waist, ribs, shoulders, neck, and your head. All right, let's do it again. Inhaling deep breath, exhale, curling up, rounding through the spine. Breathe in. Exhale. Tail, waist, ribs, shoulders, neck, and head. Okay, reverse it. So drop your head. Open up through your shoulders, upper mid back, waist. Tailbone drops down between the legs. Breathe in. And then head, shoulders, ribs, waist, and tail comes back out. Okay, do that again for me. Inhaling deep breath, drop the head. Open up through the back of the neck. Open up wide through the shoulder girdle in the back. Lift up your rib cage. Stretch. Round. Breathe in. And exhale out sequentially. Head, shoulders, ribs, waist, and tail. Okay, I want you to go into another stretch here. So for this one, we're going to be lying on our side, and I'm going to change my mat so you can see me. Okay, so lie on your side with your knees and your hips stacked. I'll go here. Okay, and then from here, you're going to you can have both hands out in front of you. You can put one hand underneath your head. I like to do that. And then you just keep the top leg heavy. You're going to look up towards your hand and keep spinning your torso until you're really open and wide through your chest and your arm is reaching way back behind you. You're going to breathe in here. And then exhale, hug your waist, reach your fingertips up, and then replace your palm toward the floor. Okay, now keep a small little waist space, a little mouse hole underneath your waist if you can. Everyone's waist is different, but you're going to have the intention of lifting underneath your waist there. So do it again, inhaling up. Okay, support your head with your hand. Exhale, look back and open up your chest. Okay, now you can reach your arm up a little bit higher there so you get more stretch in your pectoral muscles. We're going to breathe in. You should feel a stretch all along your side, your top side, and then exhale. I want you to hug in your waist first, then continue moving your hand back where you got it. We're going to roll onto the other side. You can just simply roll onto your other side. For the purpose of the video, I'll just turn so you can see me. Okay, so here we are. Inhaling, deep breath, prepare. You're going to lift up and exhale, open your chest. Okay, so breathe in here and stay for a breath or two. And then on your exhale, narrow your waist, use your abdominal muscles, and that's going to help you bring your arm back to your start position. Now, if you're Aussie, this rotation is a lot for your spine. It may not feel good. So you may want to pause with your fingertips up towards the ceiling and just breathe there. So inhale, stay. And then exhale, hug. So if you're Aussie, you may just want to pause here at the beginning. Okay, and then return. Okay, let's move on. Last little thing for our warm up. Grab behind your thighs. You're going into a hip roll. I want you to plant your arms by your sides. You can have the palms face up or down, or even facing into your body, but you're going to have your shoulder blades down, shoulders wide. I want you to spread your toes, lift your arches. Take a deep breath in, and just rock and roll your pelvis a little bit. You can make it gentle and just almost like if you placed a little marble on your lower waist, you could spill the marble. You could move that marble forward and back almost through a little maze. So maybe you can try that. Do a little movement in your pelvic area so that you kind of spill whatever marble it is that you're thinking of in that little maze game. If you can kind of rock side to side, forward and back, and massage the lower back. Find a centered position where that marble is right in the middle of that maze or that surface, okay? I'm going to have my palms face up. You're going to exhale, spill your soup towards your nose. Now, if you're Aussie, I want you to just pick up your hips and bypass the spilling. But you're going to peel off, lengthening all the way up, spread those toes, okay? Lengthen the kneecaps so that they're really reaching straight ahead and not flaring out to the sides or clicking in towards center, okay? Access the back of your glutes and use those muscles to lift a little higher, spill your soup a little more. And then from there, rolling down one vertebra at a time. Okay, if spilling the soup is safe for you to do. Let's do it about 3 or 4 times. Inhaling, deep breath, prepared. We're going to exhale, spill our soup, roll up the center of our spine while equally weighting on both feet. Okay, relax through the neck and the jaw. We don't want tension there. We're standing on our shoulders and our arms and our feet. Inhaling, deep breath. See if you can point your pubic bone through your 2 knees and then roll down. See if you can really sequence the roll down so that it's slow and steady and articulate. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Inhaling, deep breath, prepare, exhale, rolling up. And you can kind of feel free to scoot your feet in or out. If you scoot them out, it's going to be a little more intense on your hamstrings. So you're rolling up, inhaling at the top, and then exhale, rolling back down. One bit at a time. We're going to go right into our 100. I want you to bring one leg to tabletop, Then bring the other leg up to meet it. I want you to nod your chin, come up and snip. 2, 3, 4, 5, extend. 2, 3, 4, 5, and bend. 2, 4, 5, extend. 2, 3, 4, that's 20. In. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, that's 30. In. Extend. 2, 3, 4, that's 40. In. Extend. 2, 3, 4, that's 50. Halfway there. Extend. 2, 3, 4, 60. In. Extend. 2, 3, 4, 70. In. Extend. 2, 3, 4, 80. In. Extend. 2, 3, 4, 90. Last set. Extend. 2, 3, 400. Hold. Then the knees come up a little more and relax down. Step those feet down one at a time. I want you to scoot your feet out a little bit. Reach those arms behind you, legs together ideally. All right, because this is an intermediate workout. We're going to reach the arms up, nod your chin. We're going to extend those legs and reach forward. Good. Flex through the feet if you can. Reach past your toes if possible. Then point through the feet. Roll back. One vertebra at a time. Okay, and you can bend your knees each time if you want, but for this intermediate work, I would love for you to find the roll through with the legs straight. Okay, in preparation for a more advanced material. So we're going to do it again. Inhaling deep breath. Exhale. Inhaling deep breath. Exhale. Okay. It's number 4. And and make sure that I don't scoot away. And almost there. One more time. So we have a little bit more rigor. We'll keep going a little bit more here. Last one. Okay, this next one will transition into our rollover exercise. You're going to go overhead, touch, lift, separate, roll down, one vertebra at a time. Connect the legs as low as you can to the ground, keeping your waist hugged and your back stable. Touch, lift. You don't have to touch. Separate. And you can add a flexion. So you can flex through the heels as you roll down as an added little coordination challenge. Connect the legs together at the bottom. Inhale, lift, and go over. Exhale, touch, separate, flex. Roll down. Let's do one more time. Inhaling up, exhaling over, touch, lift, separate, flex, and roll down. Okay? Now you can separate and reverse this, flexing if you'd like. Exhale, over, touch, connect, point, roll down. Keep the chest and the shoulders wide. Roll down sequentially through the spine. Inhale, separate, flex, and lift. Exhale, over, touch, connect, point, and roll down. Keep lifting the legs away from the thighs. Separate, flex, keep those shoulders wide. Exhale, over, touch, connect, point, roll down. Using our abs a little more than our arms. Separate, flex, inhale, exhale, over, touch, connect, point, and roll through one vertebra at a time. Okay, so from here, we've got a little scissoring action going on that we'll be doing, but let's just lower the legs and lift, joining our Aussie friends. 2, and lift. 3, and lift. 4, and lift. And now you can really turn out your legs if you'd like. I want to go nice and slow. Squeeze those legs together so you can kind of keep your abdominals relatively flat. Okay, let's scissor. So we'll do a pulse, pulse, inhale, pass. Pulse, pulse, inhale, pass. Intermediate, we're bringing our head and chest up if possible. Aussie, stay down. Inhale, pass. Good. Inhale, pass. Couple more. You can bring your hand behind your head to make it a little more challenging. Okay. Bringing ourselves into a twist and twist. So we're twisting toward that bent knee. Exhale. Obliques. We don't want to rock side to side. We want to just spin along our center line. Really draw that navel in. Last one. Good. Hug those knees into your chest. Good. And we're going into our saw here. So legs can be spread apart. This is really wide for saw. So if you need to narrow it to feel comfortable, and even if you need to bend your knees or sit on a pillow to make this more comfortable, feel free to do that. Aussies, this is not the best exercise. You might want to instead do just a very gentle turn, okay, and a little bend, okay? So you're just bending at the hip, staying as tall and lifted as possible in your torso. Make it an absolutely gentle movement. So here we are. For the saw, we're going to inhale, rotate to one side, flip the back hand so the thumb points down, roll down and reach on the outside of the pinky toe with your pinky finger. Reach 3 times and then inhale, rebuild to vertical. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate, look back, flip the thumb, roll down and reach, reach farther, reach farther. Inhale, rolling up, exhale, center. You can think about making a little L, roll down, reach, 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 grounding the opposite hip. Inhale, rolling up, exhale, center. Inhale to rotate, grow taller in the waist. Flip your thumb, roll down, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, rolling up, exhale, center. Inhale, lift through the waist, rotate, roll down, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, rolling up, exhale, center. Inhale, rotate, flip that thumb, roll down, reach, reach, reach. Roll up, stacking vertebra by vertebra, back to center. Last time, grow taller, look back. Roll down, head, neck, shoulders, ribs, waist. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Keep those legs stretched. Roll down, reach, reach, reach if you can. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, center. Okay. Open leg rocker. So you're hugging your arms in near your chest, okay? And you're scooping through your waist. This is a little bit different than some of the other exercises like our rolling like a ball because the legs are extended. So you can have the legs start in a tabletop. So roll back and come up, okay? You can choose to inhale or exhale here, okay? I like to inhale, roll back, and exhale, come up. Now, you can also do this with the legs straight. So you roll back and you come up. Okay, if you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's okay. See if you can do it. Then you can climb your hands up a little higher Okay? And then you can climb your hands up even higher still. Okay, till you're holding your ankles. So that's more our traditional way of doing it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's kind of the playful part of this. Okay. Now you can really widen this position as you roll back and as you come up. Okay. You can also have the legs really narrow, which is very challenging. And finally, for our advanced, you can grab those toes. Okay. We're going to go into our shoulder bridge first. Inhale, deep breath, prepare with those feet can distance apart your line on your back. All right, Aussies can totally do this. You're gonna exhale, hug the waist, pick up the hips, lower and lift, down, exhale up, down, exhale up. This should be familiar. We're going to bend your tabletop, stretch up, flex and lower, point reach, flex and lower, keep your hips still, point reach, flex and lower, point reach, fold in and switch. Flex lower, point reach, flex lower, point reach, keep the hips up, flex lower, point reach, fold in, squeeze the buns, go back down. Here we go. Inhaling, deep breath, prepare. Exhale, pick up the hips, lower halfway, exhale, pick up, lower halfway, exhale, pick up. Now pick up your opposite leg first. So stretch it up, inhale, exhale, inhale up, 2, and 3, and fold in, switch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, lift, fold in, lift those hips, place down. Let's do it again. Inhaling, deep breath, exhale, up, lower, up, lower, up, and steady. Double and back, flex, 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 point, and down. Double and back, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Fold it in, squeeze your buns, and lower down. All right, last time, keep those shoulders relaxed and wide here. You can flip your palms open and up toward the ceiling if you'd like. Here we go. Inhale, deep breath, exhale, up. Inhale, exhale, up. Good, développé the left leg. Flex and lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, fold it in, switching sides, and flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, fold in, and lift. I think I forgot a little lift, so we're going to add a little baby lift there and place it down. Okay, so that's a nice little exercise there. We've got our corkscrew, bringing one leg at a time to our tabletop. So you want to extend your legs as long as low as possible to maintain that imprint. Okay, you're going to inhale up and over. Okay, roll down, circle the legs, and roll back over. Inhaling, deep breath. Exhale, roll down slightly to the side of your spine, circle, and come up. Okay, this is 2. Circle, and come up. Roll down, exhale, 3, and come up. Roll down the side, and roll up the opposite. Try to find center each time. See if you can lower a little bit more. With those hips square. Good, and let's do one more time, both sides. Okay. Hold it. Find center. Roll down, vertebra by vertebra, and lower all the way down. We're going to flip onto our bellies for our single leg kick and a couple of other kicks too. All right, so On your one leg kick, in our beginning series, we can have our hands stacked and rest our head on our hands. But here I'm going to ask you to come up onto your forearms. This is a game changer. You have to really scoop through your abs, okay? All right, now we can just point, and extend, point, and extend. You can even point just a couple times here and extend, point, and extend. You can add a point and a flex and a point, extend, point, flex, point, extend. Get those shoulders out of your ears. Zip up through the abdominals as much as you can. Keep lifting and lengthening so you're not dumping into the low back. Point, flex, point. So that's a little challenging coordination-wise. If it feels too complicated, just stick with your pointing the whole time, which is really nice and simple. Okay. Last one. Okay, and relax. All right, we're going to go into that side kick. So just side lying on the forearms here for our intermediate, and see if you can be in a straight line. If you need to do a banana, slight banana, that's fine. But we're going to try to stay on our forearms to build up some upper body strength. This is not great for our Aussies. So for Aussies, you can just lay down. Okay, so here we are. We're going to kick forward by lifting first, flexing through the heel, sniff, sniff. Exhale, reach back. Okay, 2, reach back. 3, reach back. Try to keep your leg the same height. 5, kick, reach. 7, and 8. Notice the pace is a little faster than our beginning level. We're going to extend. Everyone gets a chance to lay down through this one. So you've got lift, and we'll do flex and lower, point, lift, flex, lower, point, lift. That's 3, and 4, and 5, 6. Breathing in and up. Okay, let's hold it. Let's lift the bottom leg and lower, and 2, and lower, and 3. Try to hug your waist. Exhale the legs together, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, let's do both legs glued together and lifting. So 8, exhale up, 7, trying to go each time the same height. 1. Okay, great. Now let's add on one last thing. You're going to reach your top hand along the leg towards your toes. As you do that, you're going to zip up through your low belly zipper, and you're going to glide yourself up. So 1, 2. What makes this kind of challenging is you're going to try to lift your legs as well. 3, lower everything down. 4, good. And 5, shrug the shoulder down, zip up through your waist. 6, we'll do 2 more. Last one, and you should feel this right in your oblique. And go ahead and relax. Bend your knees, and we'll switch on to the other side. Okay. All right, so start on your forearm. You can banana or go straight. I'm going to do a tiny little bit of banana here. You're going to lift the top leg, flex. We got a sniff, sniff. Exhale, reach way back. Let's go forward. 2, and reach back. Good. 3, 4. We're going to try to minimize the swinging here. 5. Exhale, reach back, sniff, sniff. 6. 7. Try to keep that leg nice and lengthened. and flex, flex, point, reach back. Okay, let's stretch out to one long line. Got to lift and lower. So you're in a long line, inhale, lift the underside waist as well. Flex and lower. Notice I'm not lifting very high. 2 and 3, 4. I'm not touching the bottom leg with my top leg. Breathe in, exhale. 7. Last one, hold it, bottom leg meets. 8, 7, 6, 5. Exhale, hug the waist. 3, 2. It gets harder, doesn't it? 1, both legs. Exhale out. 8, 7, 6. Keep reaching long through the legs. 5, 4. Keep zipping up through low belly zipper. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, top hand on 5. Reach it towards the toes. Just start with the upper body. So 3, 2. Now I'm going to ask you to see if you can add the lift of the legs. Okay. 4. Good. And 5. Keep reaching long. And 6. You don't want your legs going behind you. And good. Zip up through low belly zipper. 2 more. I think we did our 8. Man, I was getting ready to do 9 and 10. All right, that's good. Okay. All right, moving on. We're going into the jackknife. It is not an easy exercise. It's definitely not good for our Aussies. So for Aussies, I recommend that double leg lower and lift. You can also do bent knee lower and lift as an option, okay? The next couple exercises, not so great for our Aussies. I'll try to give you alternatives. Okay. So jackknife. Oh, Aussies. So you can do a little lower and lift with both legs here. Okay. All right. So, but for a jackknife, legs tabletop, extend those legs as long and as low as you can maintain your imprint. You're going to inhale up and over. From there, exhale. Use your glutes and hamstrings. Squeeze the legs up, roll down. Again. Exhale, lift up, rolling down. Try not to lift up onto your neck. We'll do that again. Inhale over, exhale. 3, squeeze those buttons, rolling down. And rolling down. And squeeze up through the abdominals. And a couple more here. Last one. Exhale, reach, roll down, and good. All right, our teaser. Feet are planted for teaser in our intermediate here. Reach those arms overhead. Gonna inhale, deep breath, prepare. On your exhale, you're gonna hug the waist, knit the ribs, and then come up. Inhale, arms by ears, exhale, roll down sequentially. Inhale, arms are eye level, then they lift, roll down with your exhale breath. Inhale, game changer to inhale coming up. Arms by ears, exhale. Okay, let's do that again. Up and roll down. And up, hold those arms by ears. 6, up, or roll down. You should be sweating now. 7, up, roll down. Okay, feel free to bring your legs up to a tabletop to challenge it. and then roll back down one vertebra at a time. Okay, so we're going to go into our swimming. I'm going to take this jacket off because I'm heating up. All right, so swimming, I'm going to face this direction. Hopefully you can see. All right, so make a narrow X, okay, with the legs and the arms. It's like you're tracing the little outer corners of your mat. You're going to lift the legs up, start swimming with those legs, keeping your abdominals zipped up, and then you can add on your arms. Okay? Swimming 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4. That's 20. Really reach through the legs. Keep from spilling side to side. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Good. Now hold here and relax down. Okay. Just bring your hands in a little bit. Keep your legs wide and now turn them out. Okay, a bit more so that you can really squeeze your buns a little bit. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to press up into your palms and lift your head, neck, and shoulders up away from the mat. You're going to swan dive. Slowly lengthen down. Okay, do that again. Inhaling deep breath, squeeze the buns, and exhale, press. Lengthen up at the top. Shoulders are down, neck is long. And then slowly lower. Okay, again, hug the waist. Gently squeeze through the glutes. 3. Okay, open up through the chest here. We want to stretch out the thoracic spine there. Very good for our Aussies, these last 2 exercises. Good, breathe in at the top. And slowly lower down. It's a light waist hug, so don't overly squeeze your abdominals. Allow your abdominals to stretch a little bit. Some of us need that. And then one more time, everybody. Inhaling deep breath, you're doing great. Exhale, up, good, and slowly lower. We're going to go into that hip twist, side bend, and push up to finish up. So I'm coming up. Going into the hip twist. Hip twist is challenging. You can do this on straight arms, okay? And you can also do this with your elbows down, okay? So I'm going to do it on my forearms. I love doing it on my forearms because I tend to hyperextend my long arms when I'm up on my hands. Okay, I'll try to show both though. But you're going to bring both legs to a tabletop. And you can keep your knees bent here and just sway side to side, okay, as a start. Okay, as you get stronger, okay, you can take that into a little circle here. Now, if you're Aussie, this isn't great because you're tucking your tail under. That's not ideal. So if you're Aussie, you might just want to, I think you can keep your back really nice and straight and maybe lift and lower, lift and lower without changing your back. And you'll feel your abdominals work without putting undue strain or stress on your spine. Okay, so now you can do that circle with a tabletop or you can do the legs straight. So we're going to sway to one side, circle down, around, over, and back up again. So you can tell my legs are pretty long here. And coming up. So I'm shaking. Okay, you can go lower if you feel you can control it. Keep pressing those shoulders down. Keep the neck long. You can also do this with your arms straight. Inhale, exhale. Okay. I'm going to cry mercy. You can do it one more time if you want. Okay, side bend. Side bend. I'm going to turn my mat just a little bit. See a little better. Okay, so side bend. We're starting here. Okay, for this side bend, I want you to go past that shin all the way into a stretch position. So for a beginner, we pause at the knee, but for our intermediate, we're going to stretch and lift. And then we're going to go ahead and scoot those feet underneath us to return. 2, and return. 3, and return. Exhale. Inhale. And trying to lift the underside. Stretch and really strengthen this armpit. Make sure you're in a nice, tall, and supported alignment on your shoulder there. Last one. Return. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So this gets harder in the advanced version. You'll be doing a bit of extra movement and choreography, challenging your endurance. But for now, let's just get really nice and strong and comfortable with the starting part of that. So anchor your shoulder down, zip up nice and tall through your waist, push it down through your feet, and stretch. And come back in. 2, and come back in. You can do it. 3. Back in. Good. Breathe. I feel like I'm a little playful here. 7. Last one. Kind of reminds me of the upside down smiley emoji here. Okay, going into our push-up. So you'll be on hands and knees to start. So our push-up here in the intermediate, knees up is a nice middle stage. Squeeze your buns. Watch the hyperextension. You're gonna bend, 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 press, press, press. Now you can keep doing it with the knees down, or you can go up. Bend, 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 press up, bend, 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 press, press, press. 5, 6, 7. Keep supporting with your abdominals. Last one, 8. Tighten your hips. Step those feet forward. Walk your hands toward your feet. Bend your knees. Shake your head no and yes. Bend those knees, rolling up. 1 vertebra at a time. We're done for today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me.